friend. So it was Vivienne Lee and Clark Gable. But didn't name me Vivienne. Named me Colleen Lee.
All right. We're going. We're doing the intro. And welcome back to Geek Out SA. We're here, it's Friday, and we're having fun. And I have an old co-host back here, Vivienne. So it's been a while.
Yeah.
I saw you at Alamo City Comic Con.
Mm-hmm.
And you were all dressed up. We took a picture. We posted it.
Oh man, I missed it. Oh my god.
Yeah. We posted it.
I guess I missed it too. What were you dressed up as?
I was dressed up as Dr. Ziegler from Overwatch, which is the character I play. So.
Oh, gotcha. So yeah.
So it was really cool. I'm glad I got to see you there, and I'm glad we got you back on Geek Out SA.
You feeling a little nostalgic?
I am, a little bit.
Yeah.
We're just missing McKenna now.
Yeah.
So we were trying to get her on like 2 weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
and something happened. So
one of these days we're going to get her on
She's been
there.
busy, actually.
days,
Super busy.
Yeah, because she's doing a lot of leather work and stuff now too. It's like
Yeah.
everybody's kind of moved on to different projects, so we wanted to talk about y'all's new projects and like where y'all like are now and where you came from. Like I can't even believe looking back at some of those episodes y'all did at Geekdom, and
because we
even
did it for
before
like
that.
a year, didn't we?
Yeah.
Did we do it for a whole year?
Yeah, it was a whole year.
Yeah.
Y'all used to do it like on Google Hangouts, kind of, right? Like, right?
We did it all from our home.
Those webcams were super flattering.
Hey, Fulgor, thanks for watching, and hey, Patrick, Nolan Creative.
Yeah, but that was so great. And then y'all would be going, and y'all would be like right in the middle of this really great banter, and then somebody's bandwidth would die or something, and then it'd be like,
Those
wait
were
a
the
minute,
good days.
we lost people.
Kid Valiant says, "Sup, guys? Sup?
Hey,
How's it
night.
going?"
So I have to manually host it now,
Oh.
which is weird. Like, you have to go in to host people.
Mm-hmm.
I told my viewers that you guys would be doing that. I'd be on here. So
Well, yeah, and it'll be nice for them to see you since you're going to be off tomorrow, so they get to. So, are you doing your stream once a week, or?
I do it 4 times a week. I used to do
4
it
times a
every day, like every night for 6-8 hours.
Wow.
Mostly because I played for 6-8 hours. That's actually the only reason why I started. Well, it wasn't the only reason why, but I started streaming because I was playing so much that I figured, well, I might as well stream it. Somebody might like it.
You're like,
I was
maybe
pretty
people
good
would
at
be
the
interested.
game.
Oh,
And on Twitch, you're like a partner now, or
I'm an
what is
affiliate.
that? Affiliate.
Yeah.
yeah. What is that?
How does that work?
When you reach 50 followers, it's very small requirements. So I had actually passed up the requirements a while ago. Once you hit 50 followers and 3 concurrent viewers, then they'll offer you affiliate status. So basically that gives you where you can cheer, give bits and stuff like that, which is like currency in Twitch form.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can also now subscribe. So that's pretty cool because they'll pay like you pay like $5 and you'll get like an emote with your favorite streamer, or you get free subscriptions with Prime. Yeah, I think that you guys are probably going to be running up on that soon. So
Yeah, because I think we're at like 50 followers right now.
yeah. And then you also get, if people buy a game that you're playing, you also get money back from that. So
Oh, wow.
it is really
cool.
nifty. It's kind of like being a partner, but it's a little bit smaller.
That's cool. Well, we would like to Twitch more because that's one of the sides of kind of like our fandom that we kind of fallen off. Not even kind of, like we have not played a video game in forever. And we always want to, and then we're like, oh, well, I don't have time. So I think if we set ourselves and we say we're going to Twitch something, we'll make the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we'll just be like, this is what we're going to do. Do you find, though, that people prefer it if you Twitch more often?
At the beginning, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's more about being in consistent schedule.
And that's what I've been hearing a lot over things. As long as you're consistent and you're like, okay, I'm every Wednesday at around this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know that we could do 4 times a week just because of our schedules and everything that we're doing. But
I did it at night after my daughter went to bed.
that was the next question I was going to ask you. Like, how do you find time because your daughter's little, and then
Yeah, that actually the whole reason why I started gaming was kind of like, a way to be social online and hang out. And then like 600 levels later,
600 levels later.
I'm level 900 and something. I play the game a lot. And so I don't know, I really got into Overwatch because of my brother-in-law. He recommended it to me. He needed people to play with him. And then he stopped playing like a week later. Really? And then they both stopped playing, like my husband and him both stopped playing a week later. And then it's just like, okay, well, I gotta find friends now. And so that's what happened. And
modulation is high, so it's a little... Probably back off the volume a little bit.
Sorry.
Or maybe you and I should talk softly.
Okay.
We get excited about things, and we...
It's the, it's like the little square thingy, and then there's an arrow up, and you press that, and then it says you can host. But yeah, it was... So she started having a more regular bedtime, and then I started playing at more consistent times. Because before that, oh hell no, I wouldn't have been able to stream.
Yeah, no.
But
so does Micah play with you too, or?
No, he mostly plays on PS4. Sometimes you'll, like right now, we don't have the setup. I want to get like a green screen or something separate. But right now, my viewers love to hear him yelling at his game in the background.
Okay.
Yeah. he was kind of known as like the angry gamer.
So I tend to kind of be the angry gamer, so I'm a little concerned because a lot of my students will find me. They're going to know that I'm on there. So then I'm like, I have to be really careful because I don't have really great eye-hand coordination, and I like to play the games, but I usually like mess up, and then I'm like, I can't do this, and I'm throwing controllers and things. So I'm like gonna have to be maybe a little mindful. So throwing down bad words or something.
Even when I play competitive though, I guess I'm just kind of mellow like
You're
that.
just real mellow, yeah.
But he is, and we figured it'd be probably pretty entertaining for him to stream, so it works out.
Nice.
But he doesn't have to worry about the cussing thing. He gets creative with that.
Yeah.
So.
Kid Valiant says, wait, what's a Twitch name?
What's your Twitch name?
My Twitch name?
Yeah.
Oh, Mad Love Vivienne.
And it's all one word.
Mad Love Vivienne.
I have a
All
brand
one word.
that's everywhere.
It's VIVIENNE.
Yeah.
It's like Vivienne. I actually named it because of Vivienne Westwood.
Oh.
I like that horror fantasy.
Well,
concept.
so when we first met you, I'm going to be distracted by the baby. I'm sorry. She brought her daughter in. She's so cute and little, and I'm distracted. When we first met you, you were doing a lot of steampunk, and you were an airship captain. Are you still doing any of that, or has that all kind of
We've
fallen?
kind of all... Well, we haven't separated. We're still all friends and stuff. We kind of fell out of it. Like, some of us still do steampunk individually to hang, or just because we like it. But we don't do it as a group anymore. A lot of us just got really busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think people realize how much time and effort goes into like making those steampunk pieces and doing all of that. We always wanted to. He has this really cool goggles that he made, and it was like the kids' night vision goggles, and he went and made them steampunky with some gears and some paint and stuff. She's gonna come see us.
She's like, "Can I do it?"
Where can I go? She's like,
Are you
there's lots
carrying
of
a
wires.
fly?
Oh no!
And she got worried. She's sort of a bit timid. Eva, it's okay, baby.
Silly girl.
Are you still eating? Go eat. But yeah, totally.
But I could see you doing like an Overwatch steampunk.
Uh-oh.
She's okay. If we act like nothing happened, she'll be all right.
Yeah, she'll be okay.
Nothing happened. I don't know what you're talking about.
She's just complaining.
Because that's some of the stuff that happens on Twitch too, right? Some people do some of their crafting and things like that, and you can watch them do that on Twitch as well.
I've sewn on stream when I was working on my jacket, and I'm actually supposed to be working the next creative stream I do will probably be me working on my Mercy wig. I got another one in so I could style it. So I figured it'd be a fun adventure for the stream to watch me fail at. I never styled a wig before, and I thought it'd be a good idea to stream it, right? So,
Right.
I don't know. I think it's just really very personal when you're doing streaming, and they kind of just get a hang of your personality. So they, you can kind of do anything on there. They have and Twitch is really cool because they have categories for everything, from cooking to whatever to.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I think people thought of it.
Yeah, they have
I think people just think of it still as a video game streaming, and I don't think people realize yet how many different things that you can really watch on there.
Like you can watch this show right now as it's happening on Twitch.
Well, basically, yeah.
Well, you were saying tabletop, but I think that's still a very broad, open category where people aren't doing that a lot yet, and I think it would be great if they did, especially for some of these bigger, longer, more complex games, and people could see the gameplay. Because I'm one of those people where, I'm sorry, I don't want to sit around and read the rules for this giant game, but if you show me how to play, I'll totally play it, you know? So
yeah, probably one of the biggest channels on there is like Geek and Sundry, and they do a lot of like tabletop sessions, and it's super popular. But it's one of the few that do it. So it's kind of one of those untapped markets you guys could really take advantage of.
Let's do it, hon.
I don't have time. We're always doing a lot, and then you're doing a lot because you're going to school.
Yeah.
Eva, watch the cord. You want to go around, baby? Come over here. She
You
takes
gonna
her
come be
fry
on the
with
show
her.
with us?
She'll feed it to your dog if you don't. If you
You
let
give
her.
mommy a French fry?
Oh, do I need a French fry?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, mommy needs a French fry.
Thank you.
You give
So-
mommy a fry?
A lot of weird stuff happens on Twitch. Have you had anything weird happen on Twitch?
What do you mean by weird stuff?
I have a few ideas of what it could be, but you know, there's quite a few things that happen, especially being a girl streamer. Probably one of the weirdest ones is one of my regular viewers. Oh, she had to go get the dog. Thank you. I'll have him sit right here for me. One person wanted me to sleep on stream, and then they did a whole role play on their own. I didn't add anything to it. I just was like, at first I kind of was like, okay, you know, like you want me to go lay on the couch? Okay, because their name was like sleeping whatever. Ooh, Eva, don't move that.
Can you still see him? Do I need to fix it?
Oh no, mommy doesn't need to eat.
We don't need to see
That's your
these.
friend. Guide her around. I'm so sorry.
It'll be really wiggly.
It's all right.
But yeah, that was probably one of the weirder ones, and
That one's weird. So they just wanted you to go lay on the couch and go to sleep,
and they had
just
a
wanted
whole
to watch you
play,
like sleep.
yeah,
and-
for it.
I know somebody's like actually died while they were twitching.
Yes,
Some
That's kind of the
somebody
problem
had
with
like
live streaming.
paranormal activity. I don't know if it was like faked or not,
yeah, saw that
but
too.
they seemed like freaked out.
Yeah, a lot of things can
Legitimately.
happen on live. It's just like Facebook Live where people are catching things in there that you never would have expected. That's kind of what happens with, except Twitch streaming is a little bit different because you've set up all this stuff prior to, kind of like how you guys set up your stuff every day. And so it's kind of more, I don't know what the word is. Basically, you've put more preparation to it, and still sometimes things happen.
Yeah, like
So.
we don't turn on the receiver for our
Right,
mics.
and then your
for
mics
wireless
don't work,
mics. That was my fault. I usually turn it on, and I forgot to do it.
When I first started streaming, I had like a robot voice because one of my headsets went out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, stuff like that happens. I think that's probably one of the weirder ones. And, of course, you get the regular weird messages. Because...
Especially because you're female, right?
Yeah, because a lot of people kind of view girl Twitch streamers as, I don't know, like, kind of like a cam girl or something. So, then you get, like, really weird messages offering you money.
Well, I was going to ask you, because you're female and you're playing games, do you get people that are on there, like, giving you a hard time? Like, oh, you're a woman, you don't, you know, because of Gamergate and everything, there are still a lot of men out there that feel like, you know, women are just fakers and we're just posing and trying to get attention and we don't really like gaming and geekdom.
And
like-
it's funny, too, because that's in every geek fandom. This is not something I'm not new to.
right, exactly.
But not too much, especially because most of them don't know I'm a girl. And I think this is kind of one of the problems with girls that game is that we don't generally use mics. The only time I use my mic in game is when I'm in competitive. The few times that I've gone into like team chat, I remember it was in an arcade mode, and I usually queue with a bunch of people, right? But I had like 2 other guys with me, and they're like, "So which one's your husband?" Neither of them were my husband. And then like one of the other dudes in the team was like, dude, you don't want to start this, do you? And they just kept going, and it's like, oh my god. And then that was probably like an easy one compared to most girls, I think, though. But I'm a high enough level that they really can't.
They don't have anything to say to you or whatever.
They do get mad if I beat them, though.
I could see that. Yeah, I could totally see that as being a problem for some people. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, actually, I made friends that way.
So you don't talk during stream, like you don't PewDiePie it up or whatever, and just be like constantly talking. Yeah.
I'll narrate some things like, especially if because a lot of people that go on there, some of the people that go on there are also like, because I play Mercy on Overwatch, which is not mechanically difficult. But strategy-wise and stuff like that, it seems to be where a lot of people fail. Because that's basically her entirety of her character, which is something I excel in. Which is why I love playing her. And so I get a lot of like Mercy maids that'll come in and try and learn from me. And other times it's just kind of people who just want to chill and don't really care. They don't care what I'm playing at all.
We'll be getting hopefully a lot of people that like to watch people stink at video games, because that's where I'm at. and then hopefully he'll be there like, come on, you can do it. Like jump over here. I always have to play 2-player just because like I need somebody to guide me through what we're doing. So
AppleJew84 says, "Yay, Vivi is awesome. I just wanted to drop in and say that have to go to work, sadly."
Aww, you're always going to work, man.
Bye.
Take care, Applejew. Thanks for dropping by. He always comes by and supports my channel, and we have a small community of streamers that I kind of regularly visit. He's one of them. Mm-hmm. Applejew84, love him. He's amazing.
Does he normally play Overwatch too?
Yes, he does. Yeah, and honestly, he has a better setup than I do.
What's the matter?
Mm-hmm.
But then there's like, usually I guess I excel when it comes, are you mad at me? Why are you not paying attention to me?
She's mad at Daddy because he picked her up.
Cosplay and stuff like that. So I actually started doing much more because I started hanging out with Lindsay and Julia, remember? So when I find a group of usually female girls that I can really support with, and we support each other back, I tend to do much better. So he's not necessarily part of the female portion of that, but he was added recently to our little group. Cool. So, yeah.
So, you're talking he has a better setup, but what kind of setup do you have?
I have a very simple setup. I have, I've had an overlay made by a friend of mine that I'd made, that had made it for me a while back. But, so, not really. I just have a webcam, but I do have 2 screens that stare back at me, which is really nice. I also have a Blue Yeti mic, which hasn't been used yet, but I'm hoping that will be set up. Most of my setup is based on gaming.
Yeah.
I'm still doing the transition to fixing everything up for streaming. But that being said, we're looking at doing like green screen, and we're looking at, I'm going to be changing up the overlays pretty soon so that it'll actually, so you not only can see your chat when you're like sitting in lobby, but also that you can, it's just more interactive. Yeah. Like there's just a lot more going on. Most of us use Streamlabs, so you can automatically, I don't know if you guys have Streamlabs on yours, but basically whenever anybody follows you or stuff like that, it pops up and you get like little, it's just really easy to use, and a lot of streamers use it. It's super cute too.
Remember that,
Streamlabs, yeah. It also helps manage any like donations that you get. It's pretty much like the all around.
Oh, nice.
It's just a really great system. But yeah, just small things like that. I just recently added some screenshots from, I've started updating, I've been playing more games now. So I do
more than just Overwatch.
Not just Overwatch.
Yeah. I was starting to tilt a little too hard and competitive, so I needed a small break. So I ended up moving, I got World of Warcraft. I resubscribed to that. And I have my 100. I'm not really good. I haven't played that in a long time. I had a level 53 character that I had left off in there, but I hadn't finished off or anything. And I'm finally back in that with my 110 friends reminding me and showing me how to play all the things I didn't know what I was doing before. Realized that I completely screwed up my profession, so they fixed that for me. And it's really nice because people can just go on there and chill. There's not like, with Overwatch, it's far more interactive. Mm-hmm. You have to be there to aim, you have to be, you have to pay attention to see what's going on. It's a bit more, I wouldn't say immersive because World of Warcraft, but there's more action. So that's
sometimes
nice.
in World of Warcraft you're just kind of like walking around and like searching for things, right?
Yeah, and you're doing quests, so you're just kind of like going over here and like gonna go kill a few things, and it takes like 1 button, 2 button, cool, kill, 2. It's really not too crazy. Whereas Overwatch, it's like it's an FPS game, so it does take a little bit more concentration. And then the other game I do Monday, Tuesday I do Overwatch, and then Saturdays I do my mystery game, which has been mostly horror related, or something equally grotesque.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Grotesque gaming.
Yeah, I have a reputation now. I noticed that the other day.
22D says what?
Toto D.
Is that Vivi?
Aww. She's my other Toto D is best girl.
Yeah.
She's my one of my favorite streamers.
Nice.
Yeah, we actually connected on Twitch streamers, so she was the first one in our little group, and we just started supporting each other.
Oh, that's
yeah. Cool. But I play that, and I've done Kindergarten. Have you heard of that game?
No.
She says, why can't I hear anything?
Uh-oh.
People should be able to hear us. You hear us?
I hear us.
Yeah.
Be more explicit, Toto. So tell us what's going on, because maybe I'm screwing something up.
or maybe we need to push up the volume a little bit more.
Well, I don't know. We were worried about the volume, so we started talking softly.
I didn't start talking softly.
We had a volume.
We were soft, and then we
really
weren't
up,
soft, and then
got excited again and forgot about that.
So Kindergarten.
Dr. Beardstein says, I can hear you guys.
Okay.
So it's something wrong with you.
Ooh.
I guess.
Oh,
or
rude.
your setup.
That was the
or
way
your
Vince
sound.
said that.
Oh, damn.
That was the way Vince said that.
You did something wrong.
It's okay. I like
It's not us
Toto.
this
He's okay. But yeah, Kindergarten.
Why do I feel frightened? No.
Oh, she says never mind.
Oh, okay.
Because everybody else says I hear fine.
Now everybody's going crazy.
Oops.
It's a
Sorry.
8-bit game.
Oh, okay.
And you go in, and you're this cute little boy going on his first day of kindergarten on Monday, and your whole goal is to survive.
To survive, because kindergarten is that awful?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's definitely different than the kindergarten I went to.
Okay. Well, I may have to check that out.
The janitor apparently murdered one of the kids' dogs and then fed it to them.
Wow.
And in the first scene, you go in there, and if you bother the janitor, he will kill you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Yeah, so that's why I said I do horror or equally grotesque games.
See, and I kind of like some of those games. I have some of those. There's one. It's
Dr.
like a fairy
Beardenstein
tale.
says, "Oh my God, I love that game." LOL.
It was difficult, actually. It's super simple, but
Is it?
it's actually, you have to really figure out. You play Monday over and over again until you get it right.
Until you figure it out.
And I didn't figure it out. So.
So you're like, I'm still on Monday.
Yeah.
Well, there's this one, and it's super cute. It's the little fairy tale figures, but they're like killers. Mm-hmm. I don't remember the name of it, but I've been wanting to play it. We bought it a really long time ago, but it looks super cute and adorable. And
With
it's
the teddy bears?
No, I want to play I have the teddy bear one too, the killer teddy bear. I have all these killer games too. I'm like, I don't know why I have these attacking games.
Something wrong with that.
I had
I used to like the Alice, yeah.
Okay, I had Alice in Wonderland, and I couldn't make it past the very first jump.
Alice McGee? Like American McGee?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that one.
I couldn't make it past the very first jump. I tried for half an hour, and I finally gave up and never played the game again. So maybe after I play some of these Little Big Planet and stuff and get my eye-hand coordination better, then I'll try to bring out Alice again.
They're totally worth it. American McGee's Alice has a great story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the
incredibly
boys
twisted.
said. The boys played it for. They were like, "Mom, I'm going to try it to see." And then they played it, and then I went to go do something, and I came back, and they had played my game like for hours and hours, and I was like, I didn't even get to sit. Like sometimes I'll sit just so I can watch the story unfold, right? And I was like, "Are you serious, guys? You played my whole game, and like you did. Well, we could play it again."
You know what's actually kind of
We
nice
should
about
invite
that,
the
though?
kids one time to play Champions or something.
Yeah,
Champions
that
of
would- they're-
Norath. Oh my god.
Kids are really good at games. Like, you know, well, my brother is always really good at games. He can get through it so easily.
So you know Matt, because he used to do the show with y'all. Mm-hmm. Our oldest son Matt used to do the show with them.
Yes, he's adorable.
He would play what's the one where you're all playing the
Guitar
guitars
Hero?
and stuff? Guitar Hero.
Guitar
thank you.
Hero.
He'd play Guitar Hero, laying on his back, upside down, on expert, and I'd be on beginner, and he'd beat me every time. Literally. I'm like, do you have to go that far and like laying on your back, leaning upside down with your guitar? Seriously?
Just to show off.
Just to
mostly.
show off, yeah. Just to show me how
And they
awful
were like,
I am.
dude, get a life.
You know, I felt really good about
Stop beating
myself.
me, get a life.
I felt really good about myself when I started playing Unjustice? No, what was that game that came out a while back? It was like a fighting game, kind of like Tekken.
Injustice?
Yeah, Injustice, right?
Injustice. I even had the comics
It's
for
the
it. Like,
DC.
yeah. Oh my god, it was such a fun game. And I thought I had gotten pretty good at it. She just wanted to remind us she was still here.
So D says, LOL, amen, Overwatch, and horror equals Vivi.
So I have a reputation.
You have the reputation already. You're
And
like,
it's funny because I do want to do like another indie game, which is like I like artistically done games a lot. I have like a weird variety taste, but it's usually more darker formulas. So even some of the indie games that I've had, like I wanted to play this one called Something of Light. It's about a little girl who dies and is trying to find her father, who's still living. Sad. So
it's all like sad and depressing.
I really like sad and depressing things. Well, I guess because with Overwatch and WoW, I don't really have the opportunity to have those kinds of, and I love stuff like that.
Like the story, like horror story-driven
Oh my
stuff.
god, yeah, I love that stuff, especially when it's immersive, and then if it's even like emotionally traumatizing, I love it even more.
Dude, and some of them are super creepy too. Like I'm watching people and they're there and
Child of Light, that's what it was.
Child of Light. What's that one? There's that.
Pooh Boy.
It's that really no. It's that really horrible one, and the guy can like put the plastic bag over people's heads and like.
Oh.
Is that Little Nightmares? I haven't played that one.
No,
I
it
wanted to
was
play that
on
one.
It's like a
PS3.
prison one. It's like an old prison, and it's really dark, and it's that. Remember that scene in I Am Legend where he goes in and he's trying to find the dog and it's in there? Okay, it's that kind of feeling like throughout the whole game, and there's just like barely any light in the middle, and you feel the edges, like you feel like there's something there in the darkness, and then I don't know.
But
it
not
gave
Max
me the-
Payne.
No. I'll have
It was
to.
something
I'll
different.
have to figure out what it is.
It was on PS3, I think.
But it was creepy as all get out, and then he was super brutal. Like he was super brutal,
That sounds
killing
like a
people
fun
with a
game.
plastic bag. You're
You
like,
know-
Or like a glass shard. And just
yes, and then yeah, it was
I
super
think
brutal.
like
could
Friday the
keep
13th
stabbing them
right
after
now
they're
is that,
dead.
that's kind of like the new one of that one.
Really
Yeah, which basically you have Jason chasing you around.
nice.
You have to get away from him, and it's a player playing Jason.
Yeah.
So it's even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of those really creep me out. BioShock is kind of creepy, right?
My friend talks about Dead by. Oh, I love BioShock, but that scares the living hell out of me. Dead by Daylight is also one where you are either the survivor or the serial killer, and people will go around. Like there's players on either side, and they will try and find you and
Trying
kill
to
you.
find you.
My friend Watcher plays that one a lot. But yeah, I think Injustice was what I was talking about before. Injustice, when I played that, I thought I'd gotten really good at it, right? And then my brother, who was like 13 or something at the time, came in and just decimated me.
You were like, what? I was
am-
good till you got here.
Better than him at Overwatch, though.
Nice.
I have several hundred levels on him, but I am better than him at Overwatch. There are a lot of kids that play Overwatch that are probably better than 90% of them.
My kids think they're better at me at fighting games. And I'm like,
I'm pretty good at fighting games.
So they're so sure that Vince is terrible at games, they got him Bloodborne. apparently Bloodborne is really rough. Have you played Bloodborne?
I've heard of it, but I haven't played it.
We haven't played it yet, so that's what he got for his birthday to like show him what an old man he is.
Oh.
So that is like we're gonna Twitch that just to see, so he can be like, really, kids? What?
You guys should play. Well, Overwatch I think requires quite a bit of power to, kind of like any Blizzard game, to stream. Mm-hmm. I played it on my laptop before, and it just couldn't handle it. It couldn't take the game. You couldn't play the game and stream it. It just wasn't able to. It was really strong.
So you're on Xbox One?
No, I'm on PC.
You're on PC.
PC okay. Master Race. No. Good times. It actually matters because like Overwatch players get really antsy over it because it's different. Playing on a controller, you have like aim assist. Mm-hmm. And more people can't aim, so I've watched some of the console plays, and they kind of equal like it said that they kind of equal like lower ranks on PC Overwatch. So
right, because the controller is helping you with some of that.
Mm-hmm. And then a lot of people don't use aim assist, but then of course, then can you really aim on a controller? It's really hard. And I get them. It is difficult to transition.
Well, I know that there's some little tricks, and I don't know if this is true for Overwatch, but the boys had showed me some of them, I think for like Call of Duty and for some of the other ones where, you know, you can put like a little piece of tape on the screen and stuff like that when you're playing, and it helps you with your aim. I don't know how that works. I didn't understand what they were talking about because I can't play those first-person shooters. They make me Ralph.
I will say that it is actually rather rough. Well, the only reason why they compare those two is because a lot of people can aim in Overwatch PC, mm-hmm. Which makes it so that there's a higher disparity between skill. So I think that that's why, you know, if there are a lot of people that can aim, that means that there's always going to be somebody better.
Right.
And that means there's going to be there's going to be like the really, really good people, and then there's going to be like the really, really not so good. And that's okay, you know, like as long as you have fun with it. I just personally like to rank up.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Do you think people watch you play because you're enjoying it or because of your level of, you know, success with Overwatch?
A lot of people liked that when I played like just regular casual, and that's when they joined. But more recently, I've had a lot of people come in who are like higher ranked than I am, who would want to watch because they want to see me get up there too. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of because I'm at a little bit above average on my rank right now. I'm about to hit diamond, which is considered it's not it's high. It's just not the highest. Mm-hmm. But you're starting to hit the like top
toward the top tier. What was your level are you at, you said?
I'm 925.
And what's the max? Is there a max out?
There is no max.
There is no max out. You just keep going and going.
And there's no rewards really for leveling up.
You don't get like any experience or extra
you get experience,
but
you don't get any. No, it's an all skill based game. You don't get any like you don't get like armor for your character. Or you don't get like anything.
Do your skills increase though?
No. Yeah, I mean like you get better yourself, but that's about it. The only thing that you get is cosmetic for like you get skins for the character and stuff.
I guess I'm like old school RPG still in my head, so I'm like
it was a different concept.
Right.
We have a question from Dr. Beardenstein. Vivienne, will you be picking up Destiny 2 since it's finally coming to PC?
I never played Destiny, so I mean I made a character once on it.
Yeah. Well, people have been asking me like work, are you gonna get Destiny? I'm
yeah.
I never played the first one.
I'm pretty specific streamer.
Destiny is like you choose your destination and it changes like
he played Destiny.
Any little change affects your character, is that right?
How does that go, Micah?
Kind of like Fate?
For Destiny?
What is Destiny like?
It's very story driven. Yeah.
It's kind of like it's sort of FPS too, right?
Yeah, FPS.
In space.
Third person. So it's not first person.
Oh.
Oh,
I never actually played it. Hi, Eva.
Destiny's a lot of fun.
Hi, baby.
You should check that out.
What you doing?
Yeah,
Dad is over there.
We were trying
To eat your french
to
fries.
stream Little Big Planet 3
Do you play video games
on a
too?
laptop.
She's a little diva.
Are you a diva?
Literally.
But when you
In
when you do it
Overwatch.
on PC, so you're able to do whatever with them. But when you're doing it on a console, it's a little bit different
Go this way.
because
You want to go back to Dada?
you either just stream the game or you have to have the camera for the specific console that you have.
Oh, yeah.
But what we do is we have like an Elgato that you feed it in there and you run it into your computer through USB. External capture card.
Watch your... Oh, don't touch that. Yeah. I think it's supposedly easier to stream on, like, PS4. I'm not too sure about, like, other consoles. But supposedly it's easier. But you have more customization that you can do in PC.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Unless do you use OBS to? Yeah.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah, I
thing
have a
we're
nice
using
little
right now.
scene set up. I've got everything, so I even have it where sometimes in between we'll go watch like a YouTube video. Yeah. Like if I always of course say who the video is, like if
Right.
it's but I'm a really big fan of some other Overwatch gamers, and sometimes I'll go in and say, hey, did you guys see this video or whatever? Or like there's a parody out that we all want to see or something. We'll go sit there and watch it together. We'll go comment on
No
it.
comment on it.
I've been really, really wanting to play River City Ransom Underground.
Is that on PC or? Yeah. We should
Well,
play
it's on,
it.
I think it's on Steam right now.
It's on Steam.
Oh, you guys just missed the sale, too. They just had
Really?
a sale the other
Damn it.
weekend.
I
hate when that
love
happens.
playing River City Ransom with you and getting the cowboy boots, and then you can kick.
Do you want to go
harder
say
and-
hi to the dog?
But apparently there's a lot
your
more
foot.
that you can
Don't
do.
touch that.
Uh-oh.
She was doing so well. And I was like, oh, she'll be okay. She'll be okay. Nope. She moved the other direction.
That's alright. We'll fix him.
See. Yeah.
2-year-olds are hard to control with
There
like,
was a baby earthquake.
up and down,
Like a
up
baby
and down.
earthquakes. Oh, there's Daddy over there. Hi, Daddy.
So that's coming in PC.
So now you know why Vivi waits until Eva's in bed.
I would never be able to play.
Because there would be no playing
She
happening.
actually, I've had it out, like, sometimes she'd come down when I was working on something after her nap, like, Micah would bring her down, and, when I was just playing, and she would literally go, and she'd go right up and then start playing. She'd take the headset and everything. She's figured out how to do it.
She's like, here I go.
She's quite fond of, watch your foot. I think Tracer,
She's like, here, Dad. Take
the British
this back.
cavalry.
Take the dog. Take Clifford the big red dog.
Which is the Overwatch. Oh no, and also Diva. She really likes Diva. She plays with her figure all. I know you don't know what's going on, but she's a big
She's
fan
alright.
of Diva. She likes her mech. It's pink.
Oh, yeah?
Big, and we have the pop figure at home, so we can take little Diva out. She thinks that's so cool. She doesn't care about any of the other figures I have.
When the boys were little, like her age, Vincent would hook up and he would play Final Fantasy, and he would give them all controllers, but the controllers wouldn't be hooked to anything, but they wouldn't know. He would just put all the plugs over so that it looked like they were hooked up, and then they would all sit there, and then he would tell them that they were like the different characters, because, Final Fantasy, you have that troupe of characters that you're playing as. And so they just thought that they were all those characters that were playing along with him, and they would sit there forever and like play Final Fantasy with him, and they never knew until they were older, and then they realized, hey, those aren't playable characters.
That's awesome.
Like, you're Ifrit. What? Yeah.
It's good father-son time. I mean, they thought they were playing, and they thought they were doing great too.
It's like, look, you're
They
helping
must
me.
have think they were doing pretty good, right?
It's like, you're helping me. They're like, yeah.
Look how well you did.
Thank you for the hug.
You killed all these characters.
Daddy's in the curtain? Where did he go?
Everything is either mama or dada.
Right, because that's what we're learning how to say.
And dog. Like, she called a horse a dog the other day. We kept trying to... Watch your foot. Watch your foot. You gonna go to... Watch where you're walking.
She's like, what? What about my feet?
Just... Oh, my mic got dropped. I
Yeah.
thought something had fallen.
Falling and you can't get up. Come here. Come here. Look. Look.
So, what are the next things you want to do for Twitch?
There.
I mean, what? Where do you want to go with Twitch?
I think right now I'm just kind of like playing it by ear. My goal, I have in-game goals, and then I think for right now I just have smaller goals. I don't know if I'm aiming to get partnered or just trying to put my name out there just for the hell of it. Because I think we have a great community, and I just want to kind of keep putting it out there. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I just kind of like run with the flow, and everybody seems to really enjoy the channel. So I just keep trying to make sure my content is good. And
Can people make decent money on Twitch?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
yeah, like you have a few options for revenue. Yeah. Oh yeah. You can donate to streamers that you enjoy, or like I mentioned before, you can subscribe, or you can you can what
So
else
explain the
is there? And
subscription
bits.
thing to me.
So
How does
you
that
have
work?
a few tiers of subscriptions, which is $5, $10, something else, and then $25. And people can pay the subscription to you, or they can subscribe for free by Amazon Prime, and it supports the
Doggy's
streamer.
over there.
You get like $2 back, $2 or $3 back. Twitch takes most of it. So
Twitch gets it all.
why don't you go check out the doggy, Eva? I'm gonna check out the
Take
dog.
Daddy to see the doggy.
And basically, it's just a lot of people just do it because they want to support a streamer that they enjoy. But you also get, like, I'm working on right now commissioning some emotes, which they can use across Twitch.
So what's that if people don't know? What's
It's like an emoji, basically, and you use it on the chat.
But it's like your own emoji?
Yeah, it's your own emoji, so you can use it, and they're signature to your channel, of course. They can use it across Twitch and whatever, and it's just kind of this fun little reward back. And also, if you do, because I used GameWist before to do subscriptions. I think Twitch is starting to add all the features that other companies had previously given small streamers the ability to have.
Right.
Because they want you to use their subscriptions, right?
Right. That makes sense.
And it's like you can do like Discord roles, because that's really big on PC gamers. So you can do Discord roles, which will allow you to talk in like voice channels. You can get special roles on the Discord. I have a few which they're all Game of Thrones themed, of course.
Of course.
In fact, most of my channel is like I've kind of gone with the theme, with the Mother of Dragons theme. I've just stuck with it. In fact, my name is Misa, is my title on which a lot of people didn't understand, but it's okay.
You're like,
And then they're like, oh, it's Mother, because I'm called Mama Mercy on Overwatch and like various other things, so it kind of just worked out.
well, and with that starting up again on Sunday, then you can like reference a bunch of stuff and confuse even more people.
And it's so funny because I have fallen behind on the show. I haven't a clue what's going on. I've only watched up to where the books ended.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, there's a lot been going on.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. But so I have like Blood of My Blood, which is like my family, the one that I generally play with, that actually are really try to help me with the channel and stuff like that. But those Discord roles, people actually want them. I don't know, it's just some small appreciative thing that people like, and it gives you some privileges on Discord that you can just use. I think the biggest one is people want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Which is kind of hard to do. I may not do this around on the second time for subscriptions, but because you never know who you're going to get. And the reason why I started doing where you could pay to join is to kind of make sure that I didn't get any weird things coming onto my voice channel.
Right. Right.
So it is rather exclusive. I don't know if you guys use Discord, but it is a really great tool.
We have Twitched the one time aside from doing the show, so
Well, we've
It's
done
a
like
gamer
tabletop
tool, I
stuff,
think.
yeah,
like
but not very
tournaments and stuff.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, Discord's definitely more of a gamer tool, which has translated to Twitch and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a lot of different things. It's just based on what you put up there. So I don't have my subscription tier set up. But those are some of the things that you can do. And then there's just different levels. So the higher the amounts that you pay, of course, you would get more with it, right? But most of the time, I think people just kind of want to support their streamer. From what I've seen, it's pretty much just that. Or they'll just use their Amazon Prime so they can give the free subscription. And then, of course, Twitch will give you some money back for it. Or you can donate or whatever. I have a few different
And then
options.
that just helps your favorite Twitchers so that they can get more games or improve their equipment or whatever.
Yeah, right now I'm like trying to raise money to buy the most recent version of WoW, because well, I mean, I guess my goal is I just want the hobby to pay for itself.
Right.
That's
exactly.
really
That makes sense.
that's really all I'm trying to aim for right now. And so I do a donation goal every month, and then I do the
So
subscriptions.
you can
are
pay
available.
for your games and your equipment.
Well, yeah, then if
Yeah.
you're going to do green screen
Yeah.
and stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah, those
definitely.
small things that I want to add onto the stream.
So when are you going to connect your Yeti?
You know, so the problem with the Yeti is that I have to switch off between that. I go from like an in real live stream, that's what I would generally use it for, to going into game, because I need my headset to hear everything.
Yeah.
So we tried it on my old laptop, but it gets kind of confusing because between trying to connect the Yeti to be only voice to the headset so you can still hear, I don't think OBS can fully recognize the two differences. So we're still figuring that out. But we have the Yeti already, and the filter and stuff.
Does she need like a mixer or something like that? Or how does that
No,
work?
because it goes USB directly into the computer.
Yeah, and there's only so many options for sound on OBS too. I think in terms of that at least.
I only know how he has it set up, for the
Well,
show,
everything
but
you
that's
put
the,
in,
like,
it-
mixer and stuff.
Yeah, there's a big list of stuff, and you use the studio,
Yes.
OBS studio.
I probably could just do a second audio input,
Yeah.
but I haven't done it yet because I don't do
Yeah,
in real life that often.
Sometimes you have to go through and make sure certain things are just like a drop down for the mic or whatever.
Okay. I'll just-
Sorry, your daughter's too cute. Her daddy. Yeah, if not, Vince can just come over and help you look at OBS because
Yeah.
he's pretty. He's got it down pretty pat. Hopefully, he's
Yeah,
going to
we're
help me
not
with
good.
it too this summer because I want to do those kind of videos where I'm like on a Google Doc or something and I'm showing my students
Oh, that'd be
how to
nice.
use it, but I'm there like maybe in the corner or whatever because a lot of my students will watch Twitch or YouTube or whatever, so they're used to that kind of thing. So I think if I gave them instruction that way, they would almost pick it up better. They would just kind of watch the video a few times and learn how to do it.
Yeah.
Rather than me just standing there telling
That would
them.
be really cool, and then you can record or stream as well. So there's that option as well.
Yeah, so I thought that would be cool. So I'm hoping that he'll show me some of that.
I think a lot of YouTubers use that, use OBS too, because I've done like where you can just do like a small like little talk thingy, and then the transitions are already set up for you, so it's super easy to do it live.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of talk about it lately. So a lot of people are picking it up and starting to do
A
their
lot of
streams
people are
through
even
OBS.
using it just for doing video and just saving the file because it's so easy to do it, and it does it such
And it's
great
free.
quality, and it's free.
Yeah.
So if you guys are out there thinking about doing what we all do, it's called OBS.
OBS,
the Open
yeah.
Broadcast
Broadcast
Software.
Yeah, it's really great.
So check it out.
There's also XSplit, depending on your setup, that may work better. So you just kind of have to play with it.
Yeah.
I think OBS requires a little more processing.
And that's the thing too. I think people don't realize that you got to play with it. I think that people come in and watch somebody on Twitch or on YouTube or something, and they think, "Oh my gosh, they're so great!" Like you don't realize where everybody started. Like Vivienne and Vince started in a hot mess. Let's just go
Google
there.
Hangouts. All three of us from home on Google Hangouts.
Google Hangouts, and then in Geekdom, and the sound it always sounded like y'all were in a bucket, and the lighting was always weird, and your
So now we
sister
don't
was
sound
there,
like
and I was there. It was all
Yeah.
fun. It was fun, though. It was
interesting.
fun.
Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun. But just as a side note, so there are a lot of kids on Twitch, but I know with mine is mature rated, so they still get in there anyway.
Yeah.
There's only so much you can do, but
Oh yeah,
I had to because of my content.
My
especially.
students watch all kinds of stuff that they tell me about, and I'm like, what?
How did you watch that?
12. You're 12.
We're actually getting way more on on Twitch right now.
Yeah.
I have a fairly
She has a good amount of followers. We were looking at that
concurrent
earlier.
viewership was usually anywhere between 11 now. I usually get about 11 viewers.
So what does that mean, concurrent viewership, if people don't know what that means?
Well, one of the problems that a lot of new streamers have is that they don't really get anybody to watch them, so they get really happy, to get 1 or 2 showing up. But concurrent viewership is like on a daily, you usually get this many. I can go anywhere from 11 to 17 now.
Oh, okay.
Which is fairly high considering I don't have that big of a follower list compared to others.
Some other people, yeah.
I think a lot of it is just because when I'm playing, people like that they can just sit and chat with me, and then also with my friends. My friends are all of my gamer friends that I play with, they're just really...
They're just like in there chatting too and
yeah,
everything.
they just feel like they're part of the group, basically.
So are sometimes like all of y'all, because I haven't Twitched except for that one time with Vincent, so sometimes like you and your friends are all playing cooperatively on something. Are y'all all on Twitch at the same time, or
We're usually on Discord.
Discord?
Which means that the reason why I like Discord is because I can adjust the sound for everybody so that everybody can be heard.
Oh, okay.
Which then you can of course adjust that on OBS. But yeah, we usually just do Discord because the in-game chat is not really good. Plus, you want to be able to hear the effects. Watch your foot.
So then everybody can hear you and your whole group talking to one another.
And the game, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the
So
music.
Oh, that's good. So then they kind of don't hear like a one-sided conversation. They know what's outside. What's out there?
Because we still haven't figured out how to do remote here. Like
Watch your foot.
have somebody Skype with us and stream it at the same time.
Well, you won't be able to Skype through Discord, but you can speak. That's
Yeah.
It's pretty much just speaking software or speaking. And it's
Because a lot of
free,
the
too.
tabletop gaming developers that we know are in different states. So it would be interesting to like talk to them and interview them about some games that they have going on, but I don't know.
It may. I
But I'm
think
not
Skype takes a lot of.
I don't want
power,
to use Google
too.
Hangouts.
Oh yeah, no.
No.
We've tried it. It was. It worked for a little bit. Not maybe well, but it worked out. I think a lot of people do is they'll just set up mics separate. Or sorry, they'll set up the Discord. This is how I would do it if I did a multi. If I did between my streamer friends and we did like a few different sides, we would set up our own webcams and then we just Discord it. So you would see the visual, but the sound would come from Discord itself.
Or we could do an Echo Dot.
You look into all that. I don't
That's
know.
fancy.
I just got one.
He just got one because it
I
was
just got
the
one,
Prime
yes.
Day. Yes, it was the Prime Day
It was
deal.
like
and he
30,
was like,
35
We looked at that.
bucks.
Cha-ching, getting it. There wasn't anything else they were like, oh, it's like Black Friday, and we
I
looked
didn't
and I
really
didn't really
want
see
it, yeah.
anything that was super great. You know.
Just the dot.
The dot, that was the one thing. A lot of my teacher friends, apparently the X-Acto electric sharpener was on sale for something cheap. I was like, I don't know. I have this handheld one from this company, and it's really great. You pull the front out, and you put the pencil in, and it sharpens, and it won't let you over-sharpen it.
Yeah.
So, and my kids like it, so I'm like,
Yeah, that's cool. It works.
I've got that.
I don't know. I didn't really see anything. Of course, we kind of just buy whatever we want whenever, so it's
Yeah, we're like that too. Vincent's always got something showing up from Amazon. I'm like, what is this?
He's like, Micah will tell me, he's like, oh, hey, by the way, I'm getting some from Amazon. Yeah, that exciting, huh?
It's like,
I don't know.
more
There was
stuff
only
coming.
one thing I wanted there, and that was the little toddler cup. And then the flash sale passed, and I forgot about it. So, yeah, that's okay.
I'll find it later. It'll go on sale. And it'll be
sure.
fine. I've been looking
Like I got
for...
a new keyboard. But the new one that I have like lights up.
Oh, yeah.
That's neat.
Did you get that on the Prime Day deal?
What is that? Is that a
It's a keyboard and
it's like a
trackpad.
Raspberry Pi sort of thing?
No, it's just a keyboard.
Oh,
This is the computer.
I'm not really good at
This is the
technology.
computer.
Yeah, that's the computer. That freaks me out. That little tiny thing. And then that little other tiny thing is the keyboard for that other tiny thing. I don't know. He's got a bunch of tiny things. They show up in the mail.
Wow, that's really
There.
That's a teeny tiny monitor.
not really good at.
Teeny tiny monitor.
I think I'm known for being like technologically illiterate. So
Yeah, I'm totally.
Because Colleen kept giving me crap about having a Mac.
Did you go say hi to the dog?
Having an iPad.
Well, you keep saying, "Oh, like Apple," and then you're a slave.
No, that's mommy's.
They have the best tablets. I'm sorry, they do.
You sleepy girl.
We're not looking
Prime
at
Day
you. I
is-
want you to sit down.
out there. That's over there.
Patrick says Prime Day is just another false holiday that lands right before or after a payday.
Yeah.
But I got a dot. I got an Echo Dot.
You know, and sometimes things
From
like
that.
that come out and there are really good deals, and sometimes there aren't. I just want a Hello Kitty shirt to match my shoes. I don't know. I found
I'm
Hello
so bad
Kitty
about
shoes
cat-
at Goodwill, and they
collecting
still had the
those.
tags on them and everything, and I was like, yoink, these are mine. But now I don't have a shirt to go with it.
So, if somebody was going to come be new to Twitch, what kind of advice would you give somebody to
Oh, Eva. Oh my god.
knock them all down?
Vivi and I were like,
Was it looking at
I thought it was going to be like bowling cameras.
Oh, I made her sad.
Oh,
It's okay, baby.
happy Eva.
My best advice is don't look at your viewer count. Just enjoy yourself. If you
You can
start
walk around in
streaming.
the other room, Micah.
Because I mean, honestly, I really didn't get very far. Oh, and then also networking is like there's a lot of different Facebook groups out there. There's a lot of different people you can talk to.
Pull up the metal part.
And
You see
then
the little metal latch, just pull it up.
yeah, always just try and be the best. I would say try and be the best person. I mean, there are people that can make a lot of. They have a huge following, and they're maybe not the nicest people, but they're really, really good at the game. So you kind of have to be somewhere in between there. And unless you're like a professional gamer, then it's very difficult to hit that niche. So you kind of just be nice to your viewers.
But I've heard from some of the kids that they're kind of getting tired of those professional gamers. Like they almost want to see those real people gamers that are struggling the way that they feel like they're struggling too. So I think that's okay to just be
definitely.
there and just...
You don't have to be good at the game at all. You don't have to be good at any game. It took me a lot of practice before I felt comfortable playing the game, much less streaming it. But that's because I inherently am not good at games. It took me some time to realize that people don't really care.
Yeah, right. You care about it more than everybody else,
I
right?
really do. But yeah, I mean, just really networking and being able to chill with your viewers. I'm not really good at on camera. I never have been, honestly.
That has always been your least favorite thing, yeah.
That
Even
is
when you were doing
really
the show,
bad.
too, you were like...
But I got more comfortable with it the more I did it. That was probably the hardest part for me.
It was easier to do it live with you.
Yeah. Well,
Just
yeah,
because it was...
I rant a lot mostly.
Because it was always more like a conversation, just like
Yeah.
it's been with us since we've been doing it.
And that's what I
for
feel
so
like
long.
streams kind of are, and that's what I think the most successful ones are. My best streams have always been in real life, when I just talk about like stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like most people that go to Twitch just want to find people that are interested in similar things and hang out because, I don't know, maybe we're all kind of lonely or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so, and I think as big as the world is, it's become smaller, but not small enough that you meet people that are necessarily as interested in stuff in your everyday life, but you know that they're out there now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And you can connect with them.
yeah, you can connect with them when maybe in your everyday life, like there's nobody at work who's like you or whatever, you know. So yeah, yeah, because like I dress up and do all kinds of nerdy stuff, even as a teacher, and most of the teachers are like,
Okay.
"Hey, you're a weirdo." But then I do this show on Fridays, and I'm like, yes, weirdos rule.
Yeah. And maybe
what
you
it's
don't even
all
have to
about.
necessarily be nice. Just be yourself. I think
Yeah.
that's really the biggest thing.
I think be
Hopefully you
nice
have
is
a good personality, so that works. But, you know, if you don't, then you can make up in other ways. So. I mean, there's something for everybody on Twitch, and I think that's probably the coolest thing about it.
Very cool. Well, thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it. I'm glad we got to, be in the same room together on live.
I kind
'Cause
of
it's
miss
been
each
a
other
long
almost
time
city,
since
too,
we've done
for the
that.
most part.
A really long time.
Yeah.
And no, I'm feeling nostalgic. Because we used to have a lot lot of fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did. It was
I was a
So-
lot more
fun.
tired back then too, and hyped up on coffee.
Yes. Maybe we'll do a reunion show one of these days.
one day.
That'd be
one
cool.
day. Get them all because I'm gonna be bringing Omar back and I'm gonna try to get McKenna
I
back.
played with Omar.
Did you?
actually. He plays
Nice.
Overwatch.
Nice.
Nice.
Well, maybe we'll all have to do a Twitch together.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
everybody playing something.
You guys should play Overwatch.
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
That's probably gonna make me
gotta-
throw up.
I have an
Can
alt
you-
account.
Can you switch to third person down there?
No.
I'm gonna throw
Yeah, I can't
up.
play that.
I'm gonna have to pop some Dramamine
I mean,
or
you
something.
see your gun in front of you. Stop.
Yeah, that would make me so nauseous.
I gotta
No, that's not a thing.
Vomit.
Maybe we'll
Maybe
start
people would
something
like
smaller.
to
I'm gonna
watch
suck
us vomit.
Watch me turn green. It's gonna be awesome.
Maybe actually people would enjoy that. I would, you know.
I have my barf bag right next to me. It's gonna be cool. But thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to us yet, subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitch, and get us up there.
Yeah,
And
yeah, we
we'll
want to
be
get
on.
them to affiliate status.
Yeah, get them because we're almost there apparently.
Yeah,
I didn't even
super
know.
close. That's
Yeah,
the
it
thing.
matters. I mean, it really does help. You guys would do really well with it. So,
Cool.
Cool.
But thanks for watching. I'm Vince.
I'm Colleen. That's Stuart. This is Mad Love Vivienne.
Geek out, I say.
cool. Sorry for the interruption. Now she's found the dog and it sounds like a toy. So.